We're now north of 50 million Americans have quit their jobs since 2021. Out of 15,000 job seekers surveyed in this U.S. job market report, 26% said they regretted leaving their previous jobs, leading to terms such as the great regret, remorse, resignation, and boomerang employees. Okay? So over a fourth of workers who changed their jobs, 25%, 26% of the number, it's over a fourth, regret leaving. And this study, this job market report study, found 5 key reasons, okay, that have caused regret, okay? And why people want to move back. Number one, why'd they leave? Why do they want to go back? Recession. 80% of job seekers expect the U.S. to enter a recession in the next year. 80%. Do you know why 80% of job seekers think that there's going to be a recession next year? Because the media keeps talking about it. I put this on my Instagram page, at Ken Coleman. I put this on my story. I took a tweet from Twitter and put it up there because, and you go to my Twitter account and see this, I retweeted this. The CEO of United Airlines said, I watch these business news shows every morning. And if that's all I did, I would think we were heading into a recession. But I can't see any evidence of it. This is the CEO of United Airlines. It's very interesting. Well, we don't know if we're headed into a recession or not. Still some really good economic indicators. But 80% of workers feel like it's going to happen. As a result, 60% of those job seekers feel more urgency to find a job before market conditions change. So here's what they're doing. They're letting money concerns change their emotions to the point that they're not rational. They're just like, oh, we got a problem. We got to fix it. And I don't even care. I just need a higher paying job because the recession is coming. Uh-oh. That leads to regret. Inflation outpaces pay increases. 41% of workers received a pay raise in the first half of 2022. However, 72% of those people reported that their raise was less than 8.5%, and thus not keeping pace with current inflation. And again, well, look at the reactionary victim stuff here going on. Let me just be the first to say inflation sucks. Okay? Alex, you don't even want to know my grocery bill. Okay, I have 2 teenage boys. All right? They eat like goats and cows all the time. Okay? I wake up every morning before everybody else, and inevitably, one or both of them have gotten up around 11:30 or midnight because I go to bed around 9:30, 10 o'clock. I know. But Ben Franklin said early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise, so shut up. So I'm gone. I'm out. 9:30, 10 o'clock, baby, I'm out. Every morning, Alex. Evidence in the kitchen. You know? And I'm talking like a whole pack of, wings or, whatever frozen stuff my wife buys for these kids, you know what I'm saying? And they just go through it like it's nothing. All right? Groceries are expensive. I get it. But this victimization here to say that, you know what, my raise didn't keep up with inflation. Well, you know what? You need to make some changes. You need to make some financial changes. You can't just keep going back to the well going, listen, hey, boss, I appreciate the raise, but it's not keeping up with inflation according to CNBC. That's what they're going to say to you. They don't care. That's your problem. I just have to call this out. All right? As co-host of the Ramsey Show, I got to call it out that you don't look to Washington, D.C. to figure out the ratio of your check to inflation. That's your job. All right. Third, gas prices strain commuters. 86% of workers in the survey commute to work by car or at least some of the time. Of those commuters, 59% said that rising gas prices are putting a higher, very high level strain on them financially. Again, I get it. Okay, I got a teenager driving now. Athlete in school. Guess who's paying the extra gas? Yeah, yours truly. I get it. But you got to make adjustments. Fourth finding, the great resignation brings great regrets, and that's the focus here. We're going to get to this. Over 1 in 4 people who quit their previous job regret their decision. Of those who found a new job, 42% say that their new job has not lived up to their expectations. We're going to get to that. I'm going to break it down in a second, but I want to get to the fifth finding. Unretirements are on the rise. The pandemic forced more than 2 million premature retirements, but many of those retirees are returning to work. 27% of retired job seekers are re-entering the workforce for financial reasons. But this is interesting. 60% of unretirements are primarily people looking for something to do. 53% of that group saying they're happy to go back to work. We were made to work. You got retirees that are returning not because they need the money, but because they need something to do. All right, now let's get back to the great resignation bringing great regrets. Okay? What happens is we make decisions for a job based on money only. Oh, well, this company's paying me 15% more than my company. Whoop-de-doo. They may treat you like crap. Your current company might actually value you. Your current company might be developing you, in other words, training you for an opportunity to climb the ladder. Well, they're not going to give me the 15%, 18% raise, Ken, that my friends said they got over there. So what do? You do what most humans do who act on emotion. You go, well, 18% raise, man. It looks better, feels better. I'm going to go over there. And you know what you don't do? You don't do any due diligence. You don't talk to anybody over there and say, hey, what are the leaders like? How do they treat people over there? What's the culture like? People ask me all the time, Ken, how do I know? What do you mean, how do you know? You have connections all over the place in your local area to be able to talk to people who work there. And let me tell you something. All you got to do is ask. They're going to tell you. And let me tell you why. If it's a healthy culture, you know what you're going to hear? An overwhelming amount of people going, it's a great freaking place to work. It's unbelievable. And they're going to give you reasons. If it's a negative place to work, you're going to get an outsized amount of people saying, and then give you all the negative reasons. And then you got to just say, all right, I got enough feedback, enough of a sample size to know if this is true or not. Because here's what I can tell you. I'm the guy that's always talking about, hey, do what you were born to do in the dream job. And I define the dream job not like a unicorn. It's simply this. I spend most of my day using what I do best to do something that I love to produce results that matter to me. That's actually a dream job, not because of how it sounds, but because of how it feels. And I can tell you this, you can step into that job, but in a crappy culture where leaders don't care about you, they don't see you, they don't recognize you, they don't reward you, they don't hold you accountable, they don't develop you. And let me tell you something, you will become a number and you will lose your soul quickly. And you can go from, well, this looks like the dream job and I'm doing what I do best. I'm doing something I love. I'm creating results that matter to me, but guess what? I don't want to show up. And the reason you don't want to show up is because you aren't cared for, you aren't valued.